Welcome back, Sticks. Today we're going to show the back nine from my round at Ratliff Ranch. If you haven't watched the front nine, I suggest you go watch that video first so you'll know where we stand. After 9 holes, I'm 2 under par and a chance to really meet my goal and break 70. So stick around, watch what happens. At the end, I'll do a statistical analysis using the V1 game app. I'll look at my stats, look what I did well, look what I didn't do well, and kind of what are my big takeaways from playing this round. So make sure you stick around for that. Let's go. The 10th hole is a shortish par 4, just 363 yards, but it is back into the wind and uphill. Trying to hug the left side. If I can hit a draw over that hill, I'll have a short iron in. But still just struggling to get through the ball. I can see myself cutting over it in the video. I tend to do that with layers. I just don't get the club far enough back to drop to the inside. End up hitting a weak slice, but in play. So just 150 yards or so in, but again, uphill into the wind. I'm trying to hit an 8 iron and really get all of it to get to that green. Need a good strike from the fairway. And did hit it well. It was painting the flagstick, looking really good. Just doesn't quite get all the way back there.
Yeah, this is a...
Into the wind uphill, I was afraid I wouldn't get there.
Yeah, it's so hard to...
I struck it well.
It's so hard to get it just right.
Still only, 12, 15 feet for birdie. Another good look. Really striking the ball well with the irons despite the driver not being in good shape. I put a good stroke on this. The greens were just quick and I underread it. Still, easy par. Stay 2 under.
Alright, Dal. Jared, did you get a hurry up text yet?
No, did you?
I did. We have to be in downtown Midland, all caps, by 4:20, so no dilly-dallying.
It's been 2 hours. 2.5 hours.
We're playing right on pace.
I'm trying so hard to get that left.
Good oink.
Should be safe though, yeah?
Yeah, no, I see it way up on the hill.
Yeah.
I want so badly to hit a draw and I can't.
It's just not happening.
95 yards. Short, but a good shot. Wind knocked it down. Yours is down the hill off a big side slope, Parker. It's gonna be pretty fast.
Are you hitting the pitching wedge?
I've got a pitching wedge. I mean, I think if anything, it should come back off the slope.
That's what I was thinking.
Can you get my stickers off my back?
Oh yeah, it's coming back.
Can you get my stickers off my back?
Yeah.
I'll get them all right.
You have it right there.
Nice hole, man. That was good.
Hey, you won. Back to even.
That first swing was really nice.
Back
Brian
to
got a
square.
double bogey. I don't know what I got.
Yeah, same thing every time with that driver. I think you're still, there's a little bite in there.
It doesn't
You'll be
matter.
alright.
If I was smart, just aim left and accept it. putt?
Yeah. Nicely done.
Take your time on this one. Parker, you need a putt. There are people in the fairway waiting on you.
Yeah, I didn't count that finishing stroke.
Man. Finally tried to play the cut and still hit it far to the right.
He didn't.
Ball above my feet and I chunked it. Good job, Park. Go. Hey, I don't know.
So if it was right speed, right point, I think so.
Well, I guess it wasn't in my way if I read it correctly.
That's it. Push the brake.
All right, Park.
Following up.
Boogie.
Come on, Dad.
Pick it up. Oh, you got it.
What do you use? The yellow one?
Figured I'd stop using the Proteus for a little bit.
That's the first one that drew all day. That was smoked.
I didn't see it.
Downwind, I just nuked it. Nuked it, nuked it.
Give it to me.
Yeah. I'm gonna get in trouble anyway. Actually opens out pretty nicely over there.
That's one of the straight strides of
When
hell.
you get on 17.
This is a, I always thought that this was a cool looking hole.
Left side of the fairway. Ah, good job, Bob. Yeah. Yep. Well, Played a pretty solid round today.
Speed right, mainly. There's a big hill
All right.
that way.
For birdie on the last.
Do
Not
it.
pretty.
Do it.
Not high enough.
Number
Ooh. Close.
Stop it for you.
All right, we're all done. Fell just one short. Shot a nice little 70, 2 under on the front, even par on the back. Had a lot of chances, didn't quite take advantage of them all, but let's go through the stats and see maybe where I left a few on the table or where I could have improved on today's round. The first thing I look at is my potential for the day was a 68. That's because I did have two chips. That means there were 2 instances where inside 75 yards, I could have knocked it on the green and instead I missed. One of those was clearly in the desert where I kind of chunked it. Actually, I chunked it twice, so both those 2 chips were really on one hole where it took me 3 chips from inside 75 yards to get on the green. So that's not good. That's definitely an area where I could improve. So I had no 3 putts on the day. That's fantastic. Really, I only had 29 putts on the day, so that's very good for me. The 12 putts on the front 9 were phenomenal. I was making everything feeling really confident. Greens were rolling good. I took advantage with a good stroke. Scrambling, I was 5 for 12. That's not a bad number. It's kind of probably right about where I expected to be. I hit 13 of 18 greens. That's more than I normally hit. That's definitely a good day. The ball striking with the irons was good. That also means that I didn't put myself into too much trouble off the tee. It's West Texas. There's not a lot of trees. Fairways are wide. It was windy, but for the most part, I kept the ball on the golf course, despite only hitting 2 of 14 fairways. So fairways really weren't important. The fairways at Ratliff Ranch are relatively narrow. The wind was blowing. It was difficult to keep it on the fairways, but I didn't hit it out of play. So, playing with my soon-to-be brother-in-law, Brian, who couldn't keep it on the golf course, you see that contrast. It was possible to get yourself into trouble off of the tee, and I did a good job keeping it on the golf course and giving myself some opportunities. From a driving perspective, I did hit some long drives, several over 300. My average drive was 283. We'll show kind of in a minute what my average is, but I did a pretty good job there. And made 86 feet of putts, which is more than I would normally make. If you look at it from a strokes gain perspective, again, I compare myself to a scratch. I'm about a 1 handicap these days. Normally, I lose strokes against a scratch for approach. Today, I gained. So 2.6 strokes above a scratch. That's a fantastic day for me. I lost strokes short game. That's really likely because of the 2 chips, where I really kind of left some on the table. And I gained almost 3 strokes putting. So making those putts early on the front 9 really helped propel my round. If I look at my short game, it's going to tell me I'm poor around the green. My average proximity being 37 feet, scrambling 41% of the time. So the scrambling wasn't bad. I actually got up and down a good percentage of the time. The problem really was the 2 chips. That really hurt me. An average day driving, so my distance was good, but I did only hit 2 fairways, obviously. The other thing that V1 game does is it analyzes my misses left to right. Obviously, I felt like I was blocking it all day and missing to the right. This is telling me 79% of the time I was missing to the right of my targets. Easy thing to go digest. If I'm cold and if I'm wearing layers, I tend to block it and hit that cut. That is not my normal swing, but I know that's something I should probably work on. I should probably try to practice hitting in jackets and finding a way to get the ball started on the line that my eyes see, even when I'm bundled up. Next is the great putting day. So not a lot to cover here, except for I didn't miss any putts inside 10 feet. That's a great day for me for sure. No 3 putts, no short misses. So great putting day. And then lastly, we'll have the excellent approach day. So I did hit the green 13 out of 18 greens. When I did miss, I tended to miss short, whether that be wind or whatever else, but pretty good day. I wasn't spraying it. Irons felt really good. Wedges felt really sharp. Really, in summary, what I would take away from this round, looking at kind of that strokes gain piece of it, is I outperformed my basis for approach and for putting. Those were 2 really good days. I did about average for driving, and I did poor in short game, but what I would take from this is that work I've been putting in on the irons, 1, it's really been paying off. But 2, one thing I notice is my driving tends to get worse when it's cold and when I'm bundled up, and my irons tend to get better. So what does that tell me? I've got a long swing. I think that tells me when I'm restricted a little bit. I get my iron timing kind of synced up, but it does hurt my driver. So another thing that I'll keep in mind moving forward, but all in all, shooting a 70, I was 1 stroke away from the 69 and had a putt for it on the last hole. I'm stoked. Things are going in the right direction. That's probably an easier golf course for me, being that there's no trees and not a lot of trouble. But even so, it's hard to shoot in the 60s on any golf course, much less in the cold 50 degrees and windy. Very happy with that. Excited to take that into this year. Let's go.